Hey everyone, it's Jen at jenscrappypages.blogspot.com. Today's project is this really sweet card that I made using the Avant Garden stamp set from Sale-A-Bration. I just love how this turned out and I was really excited to be able to share it with you today. So let's get started with the products that I used for this and then I'll show you how I made the card. Okay. You're going to need some linen thread. You like how I have that separated? And then some Pool Party enamel gems, or enamel shapes. I don't know, all of a sudden my brain went dead. Crumb cake, oops, and Peekaboo Peach ink. The Avant Garden stamp set. And that's only available till March 31st, so if you like it, you might want to look into getting it. And then the Falling Petals embossing folder, which is another one of my favorites. The layering circles framelets, and we're going to be using the two largest dies from that. And then a little bit of loose glitter, the Dazzling Diamonds, and I used the fine tip glue pen to put that down. So for paper, I used a 4 1/4 by 11 crumb cake, 4 by 5 1/4 Whisper White, 1 1/2 by 4 3/4, a 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, which is going to be for our oval, Peekaboo Peach 3 3/4 by 5, and Pool Party cardstock 3 by 4 for our scallop. So let's get started first by bringing out the Big Shot, our handy dandy Big Shot, and we are going to just cut the two ovals that we need. Then we're going to bring in our regular plate and we're going to emboss our Peekaboo Peach. And then I'm just going to put my cardstock kind of down here in this little corner. I liked where that landed when I put my card together. Okay, so here's our beautifully embossed, I don't know if you can see that. Isn't that just so pretty? No, I really like that a lot. So let's stamp on our flower. And this really doesn't take any time at all. So we're just going to ink up in our Peekaboo Peach. And that's going to go, well, it's not going to go there. I've smudged it, so I guess we'll just turn it over and use that side. Alright, try and do this without sticking my head in the way. There you go. And then our crumb cake is going to be used for everything else. So we're just going to stamp down the stem. And then the leaves. I can't remember. I don't think it really matters which way you do it, but I just kind of connect it down here to the stem. So it kind of overlaps just a tad. It's nice with the clear stamps because you can see it. And then we're going to use this little dealy bopper here. Not really sure what it's called, but that's just going to go in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fine tip glue pen and I'm just going to put a tad out so there's no bubbles. So the first time I did, I had little air bubbles. So we're just going to put just a tad on each one of these little dots here. Just like that. I'm going to close this up quick. Then I'm just going to take my glitter I don't have a plastic spoon to do this with. You don't need much. There, just like that. Then I'm just going to take my Wink of Stella and just lightly go over the flower and the leaves. Just kind of like the shimmery look it gives. It's not too obnoxious, but just something nice and soft. There, that's all you need to do for that. See how shiny and sparkly it is? That is so pretty. So while that's kind of taken a minute to dry, let's go ahead and we will assemble the card itself. Let me get this. So for your card base, you are going to fold or score 5 1/2. And then not do anything with it. So we're going to put this down onto our Whisper White. And then for this piece, this was actually the Mojo Monday Sketch Challenge for this week, and they showed a torn edge on this piece. So I thought, well, all right, I'll play along. I haven't torn paper in a long time. And remember when that used to be the craze, just to tear everything? That's been quite a while ago. So I find it interesting how a lot of times the trends start coming back around. So that must be one that, I don't know if they're starting to have it come around, or maybe just something that everybody liked and hasn't done for a while. So you might as well throw it in every once in a while. So that's going to come over, I don't know, maybe 1/2 inch or so from the side. And then we're going to take the twine, probably, hopefully I'll put this in the right place. Otherwise, I guess I can. And then you're just going to take your twine. You know what I think I'm going to do now that I have it? I'm going to, I forgot to stamp the sentiment, so let's do that quick. And then that'll help us place our twine. And that's just going to get stamped up in the crumb cake as well. So that's just going to come down here right about there. There, now that'll help us figure out where to put the twine. So I put that maybe about 1/4 inch above that. Did I get it right? Ooh, just barely. And then I wrapped it around twice. My fingers are getting stuck behind there. There we go. And then we're just going to pop this bad boy up because I like to. I like the dimension that it gives, but I also like when I, have something bulkier back behind it that it doesn't lay kind of funky or wonky on the card base when you have that bulk of the twine underneath of it. So, and that's just going to go right here on top. And look at that, I got some kind of smudge on my finger, but I'm just going to leave it. And then let's go ahead and we're going to pop up the pool party. And I'm not going to put any dimensionals down here because my twine's going to be under that. So I'll probably just put just a couple down here and then a couple up at the top. And that'll come, I don't know, probably halfway between where your Peekaboo Peach is and your this white piece here, like that. And I don't know if my glitter is dry yet, so I'm kind of hesitant in putting that down right now, so because I don't want to squish it. So we're just going to put the adhesive on here and then very carefully put this on so I don't squish my glitter where the glue is probably still wet. I did that the first time I was trying to put this card together, and it's not a pretty sight when it's all squished. So then this is where our little gemmy things will come in. I really like these. I just kind of thought they added a nice little touch over here on the side of this. So I just used a, there's two different sizes. There's a larger one and a smaller one. So I just used one large one for the middle and then put a smaller one on each side. So there's that. And then for my twine, what I did is I kind of wanted a thicker bow, or, you know, knot in the middle. So I'm using it like, I don't know how to say this, not doubled, but, you know, quadrupled for my knot. I think it just kind of gave it a little bit more substance by doing that. And I'm just going to tie the knot here and then just cut. So I probably had too much on there, but that's okay. So just like that. I don't know, I think I might, maybe I'll cut it a little bit shorter. Yeah, maybe that was too short. Okay, there you go. And you know what? That's it. The card is done. I might go ahead and recrease this. Okay. What do you think? Oh, hopefully that was in the picture the whole entire time. Isn't that pretty? I just love the soft colors. And I'll tell you a quick story before I go, now that it's at the end of the video. When I first started putting this card together, I wanted to make one using the colors from the Cool Treats suite, and I grabbed out the papers, but nothing was coming together for me, so I ended up just using the cardstock colors from it instead of the pattern papers. But I just really like this color combination together. I think it's really soft and just perfect for this stamp set. So if you would like, I'll have printable downloadable instructions on my blog over at jenscrappypages.blogspot.com. And don't forget, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And I'll give you the date because my mind has completely slipped me. The 15th, Wednesday, March 15th, I will have Facebook Live over on Jen's Scrappy Pages on Facebook. So I hope you can join me. It's going to be a fun, cute little purse project. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.